You don't need subscribers, you don't need views. Some people say this, but you absolutely do need subscribers and views if you want to be part of the YouTube Partner Program for their monetization. Welcome to today's episode of Can I Monetize My Small YouTube Channel? This is episode 13, and we're going to talk all things analytics, and we're going to talk about views and subscribers as well. So with my analytics for the last 7 days, everything is down. Views are down, subscribers are down, watch hours are down. Now, have you ever felt like this where everything is great and you think, putting so much effort into my videos and all the numbers are indicating down? Yes, I know the feeling because I'm in there right now. And then when we go to lifetime, I have 6,800 views, almost 200 watch hours, and 150 subscribers. Thank you to those that have subscribed. So in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers within a 1-year time frame. And this is for long videos, right? Long videos on your YouTube channel. Now, have you looked at your most popular videos, your top 10 videos? When I look at mine, I can see that my series, the series Can I Monetize My Small YouTube Channel, is doing really well because look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 10 videos are from this series. Look at this video. This is the episode 12 of the series, Can I Monetize My Small YouTube Channel? The returning views are 14, unique views are 169. So from my audience, people are still coming back and watching these episodes. But I'm also getting many new people watching this content. So this monetization series really resonates with new viewers as well. So have a look at your most popular content. Where are you also getting new people to come in and watch your content? Now, if you look, you'll see that the third best performing video is this video about why you're getting 0 impressions. But you would think, okay, maybe the video which has the highest views has the highest watch hours, right? But that isn't the case. My third video actually has the highest watch hours, even though it's a shorter video. So let's get into it. It's 6 minutes and 27 seconds, right? But I have almost 16 hours of watch hours from this video and 9 subscribers. And even though I posted this video 161 days ago, I'm still getting views almost every single day because this video comes up a great deal in search. And how do I know this? When you click onto reach, you go down and you will see YouTube tells you how people are finding your content. They have different traffic sources. YouTube search, where people type in things like here. They type in all these little things here, no impressions on YouTube videos, etc. And then sometimes my video pops up under the search. And then browse. And YouTube actually tells you, they'll tell you, percentage of viewers from browse features, suggested videos, channel pages. So let's look at it even more closely. So you'll see that when you combine all the view duration from the various different traffic sources and you have the average of it, my average is 2 minutes and 24 seconds for this particular video. But even browse, look at how close it is in terms of the average view duration. 2 minutes 22 seconds there, 2 minutes 36 seconds there. Okay, so this video is still doing well because people are watching it and there is a good retention on this video. What do I mean by that? If we go into overview, and if you look, it says 70% of viewers are still watching around the 30-second mark, which is above typical. Now, when you have 70% of viewers still watching at the 30-second mark, they are more likely to watch until the end of your video. And so here, I have 12% of people who have watched until the end of the video, but that's 12% of almost 400 people. So how can you get people to watch at the beginning and to continue to watch your video, the rest of your video? Well, that's where hooks come into play. Now you may ask, Kish, by the way, I'm Kish, hello. What is a hook? A hook is when you speak in the first 30 seconds and you try to grab your audience's attention. You may say something controversial. You may say something that is going to really blow their mind. You may say something that's really exciting. And you hook them in, right? To get their attention so that they can continue watching your video. Because even if your video is packed with so much value, if you don't hook your audience in the first 10 to 20 seconds, right, then you lose them. They will scroll off and watch something else. Now, with a lot of my titles, I have chosen them and created them based on outlier videos. Now, you may ask, what is an outlier video? So, if you have a cooking channel, for example, and you see that there's another cooking channel and they created a video about how to cook pasta in 5 minutes, simple steps for beginners, and that video has 300,000 views, right? But their channel only has 10,000 subscribers, for example. That is an outlier video. So if you watch their video carefully and you create a title which is similar to theirs and you create your version of that video, you may perform well, and maybe your video will even come under their suggested videos. So have a look at outlier videos within your niche. And sometimes, you can title your video word for word like how their video is. And don't think, oh, I can't copy, I should start everything from scratch. Absolutely not. YouTube can be challenging. It really can be. So why go and start everything from scratch? By looking at outlier videos, you know that these videos have already performed well in your niche. Therefore, you have a greater chance of similar content performing well on your channel. For example, Can I Monetize My Small YouTube Channel? I saw that this was an outlier video on other YouTube channels. I would also encourage you to experiment as well, like this video here, okay? According to the analytics, it's doing all right. And this was a bit out of my norm. This video was a bit different for me. I experimented a bit and, step out of your comfort zone. You may actually enjoy it. And you want to see what actually resonates with your audience, yes, but what do you actually enjoy doing as well? So I've done a lot of these sit-down videos, and I realized that my audience really likes tutorials, but they also like videos where I speak from my heart. Now you may think, who is your audience? Let's find out. You can also follow along and look at your own audience. Click on audience, and let's go to last 90 days. And at the moment, my audience, mainly from India, but let's look at how many minutes on average do they watch for. So India watches for 53 seconds, but America watches for 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So Americans watch my content for far longer. So it's just really, really interesting, And Canada, 4 minutes and 19 seconds. So that's quite cool. So have a look. You may be surprised that people are watching from so many different countries. I just think it's fascinating. So comment below and let me know, in terms of your audience, where are people watching from? And tell me, where are you watching from? Because I want to see how true this is. I think it's pretty on point, but it's always interesting to hear directly from you. And you can also tell which device type are people actually watching your content on. And you go into here, in the last 90 days, mobile phone, 11%, and they have all the percentages. But and look at that, mobile phone, it's 70% of watch time hours. That's really important to know, because if people are watching your content, your YouTube videos, mostly by going onto their phone, then you know that when you're creating thumbnails, your thumbnails shouldn't be too text heavy, because remember, the text becomes really tiny on a mobile phone. So don't have too much text. Make it really obvious what your video is about, but you don't have to write a whole essay on your thumbnails. And yes, people are watching on TV. 5.4% of my audience within 90 days have watched my videos on their TV. It's amazing how YouTube has become the new TV. Now let's have a look at the earn button. And you will have this as well. And I have 150 subscribers. I started this channel last year at the end of September. Okay, so it's been quite a while. And you would think, okay, but why don't you have more subscribers? Because sometimes, YouTube does take time. And yes, you can see other people blow up on YouTube. But you can't just give up like this as well. Sometimes it's really frustrating. Sometimes I think my growth is really slow, I'll be honest. But I also know that I'm enjoying it. And some days are harder than others with this YouTube life. But I'm going to keep at it because I'm still learning. I'm still learning about what works. I don't have all the answers, far from it. And, I upload quite consistently. So it says here 187 public watch hours, but we saw that it's close to 200. So like I said, you need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours within a 12-month time frame for long-form content. You may think, oh, I'm so far off from the 4,000 watch hours. I'm so far off from the 1,000 subscribers. And I'm talking about long-form content. And that's true. Sometimes you can be really far off. But sometimes, it can just take that one video for you to actually see momentum on your YouTube channel. Or sometimes it may take many smaller videos that start to really get views. And I think understanding packaging is really important on YouTube. Now, what is packaging? Let's go to one of my videos to show you. So for example, this video right now, you look at the thumbnail and you look at the title. Okay, so that is what packaging is. How the title and the thumbnail work together. And this 1 of 10, it can affect your mental health. Basically, it tells you, okay, within the past 10 videos that you've published, right, this is not performing well, it's performing 1 of 10. But sometimes you can have videos which are 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and you can feel so crappy about it. But I always say, don't let your views dictate how you feel, because you are not your views. This YouTube channel of yours is something that you're working on, something that you're enjoying, but it doesn't mean to say that if your YouTube channel is not going well, then you are a failure or you are a terrible person. No, don't associate your success or your failure of your YouTube channel and equate it to your worth as a person. Please don't do that. So it says here, in the last 28 days, I have gained 42 subscribers. With your analytics, you may feel overwhelmed by trying to understand all of it. But believe me, I have learned about analytics over time. And with you, it'll be the same for you. You won't learn everything in one go. It takes time to actually understand analytics. So I want to explain what impressions are. So it shows here total number of times your video thumbnail was shown to viewers since the video was published. So they may see your thumbnail on the homepage, the YouTube homepage. They may see your thumbnail under suggested, or even when they search on YouTube, your thumbnail may be there. Now, if they click on your thumbnail, then this is impressions click-through rate. Views per impressions shown. This measures how often viewers watched a video after seeing an impression. Okay? So it actually tells you, wondering whether your impressions click-through rate is high or low. I know mine isn't the highest it can be, right? But sometimes when your video is pushed out to more people, then your click-through rate actually decreases because YouTube is then pushing out your video to a wider audience. And over here, views, it tells me this is 110 more than usual. And it tells me unique viewers. Okay? But my current audience, how many people actually watch this video? So 20 people returned to watch this video, which is also important. You also want to have videos where your current audience also enjoys the content. So if this was only one, I think, okay, my current audience didn't enjoy this video. This didn't resonate with them. And then I got 5 subscribers from this video. So in terms of engagement, I'll show you that the videos that actually get a lot of engagement with comments and likes, etc., they tend to perform better on YouTube. So this video had 20 likes, 15 comments, 440 views. This is my second highest video in terms of the number of views. And, views can differ, like 440 views on that video, 36 views on this video. And I have published 102 videos, under the section. It's 102 videos since September 27th last year. Well, that's quite a lot of videos. So you can see I'm not monetized on this channel, far from it. So if you think your growth is slow, you're not the only one. Now, have you looked at your trends page? Now, when you go into trends, it shows you how to monetize YouTube channel, why YouTubers are quitting YouTube, etc. And initially when I started this channel, what people are looking for had nothing to do with my channel. So it took a bit of time. And if I think this nothing to do with my channel, I just click not interested. So the algorithm knows that this isn't what my content is about. And then if you go up here, it says go to inspiration, the inspiration tab. And it says ideas for your next video. You can actually type a question here to spark an idea. So let me see. I can type in YouTube tips for beginners, right? And let's see what idea it sparks. I don't know if that really worked. So this is what I have on this side. Okay. So just have a look to see if the ideas are something that you'd like to explore. Now with my content, I have created evergreen videos and I've created videos based on trending topics. Now, what is an evergreen video? So for example, this video about why YouTube videos get 0 impressions or no impressions, I know that people will always search for that topic. How do I know that? Because I created that video because I had 0 impressions. So this topic will always be searched for. So that's now an evergreen video. Now, a trending topic is, for example, just say an election is happening and it's happening right now. So it's the 2025 election, for example. Now that is a trending topic because that election for that particular year is happening right now. So next year, there won't be so much interest in that because it's already passed. So that can be a trending topic. So have a look at your niche. Are there any trending topic videos at the moment? Is something really trending in your niche versus evergreen? Have a look at other channels in your niche. Which evergreen videos have performed really well on those channels? And again, can you create your version of that evergreen video? Now, when you're starting off on YouTube, you can often start by saying, "Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me." But remember, people may not know who you are, so you can't say welcome back. And you want to hook them immediately. So you don't even have to say hi at the beginning. Yes, you can say hi later on, Like my channel is all about YouTube channels. You see, when you talk, you make mistakes like this on YouTube. But sometimes you don't see it because it's edited. So don't think you have to be perfect. My channel is all about YouTube growth, successes, and failures, and everything in between. I want to share my journey of being a YouTuber, what's working for me and what's not working for me. I want to show you the times that I'm failing. I want to show you the times that I'm succeeding so that you can understand that it's not always about you can grow your YouTube channel and everything is going to be rosy 24/7. I want you to feel like you are not alone in this journey. So if that sounds good to you, do subscribe for more content. So you see, you can tell people to subscribe, and that's a great thing to do, but you don't have to tell them to subscribe right at the beginning because you need to provide some value first. You may be watching this video and you may not have even published your first video yet, or maybe you have published some videos, but you are so scared to publish more videos because you think that your videos aren't perfect. But let me tell you that your videos don't have to be perfect because a lot of the times people say you have to have quality videos. But when you're starting off on YouTube, it takes a long time to actually get to that level of quality videos. So initially, start with quantity, right? But have good audio. Like for example, when I created this video about why your YouTube videos get no impressions, I was so highly frustrated that I had published videos, but I was getting 0 impressions. And I just said, you know what, let me create this video. It was not a perfect video, but today that video has my most watch hours. And when they say YouTube is a marathon and not a sprint, believe that. Because again, when we go into this video, okay, you will see that when it started, after 14 days, it only had 19 views, okay? Even like 5 days, 7 views. And then slowly, it started gaining momentum. And that's the thing about YouTube. It really tests your patience. And I am a 42-year-old YouTuber. I did not grow up with YouTube. And I think we are so fortunate that we have the ability to communicate our thoughts, our feelings, our stories via this platform. And that brings me to storytelling. Are you incorporating storytelling in your YouTube videos? Now, storytelling is really important because people may not always remember facts and figures when you are communicating that in your videos, but they do tend to remember stories really, really well. Like, for example, I was born in apartheid South Africa. Apartheid was a very terrible system, and actually laws were implemented to separate races. People of color, like myself, if you were not a white person, you had to live in certain areas. You couldn't attend schools that were for white people. You couldn't attend restaurants that were for white people. If you tried to go against these laws, you would be imprisoned. It was a terrible, terrible system of oppression. And even now, when I think that, I grew up during apartheid, my parents really experienced it at a horrific level. So did my grandparents. I think, gosh, did this thing really happen? And I'm able to communicate that via stories here, right? And if you feel like you can incorporate stories into your YouTube videos, go ahead and do that, because it not only makes you share your experiences and allows you to articulate your thoughts in story form, which is so powerful, but your audience also gets to know you a bit better. And the thing is, sometimes, you also have to say, what am I willing to share and what am I not willing to share? You don't have to share things that are absolutely personal to you. Keep that for yourself, because you also have to protect your peace here on YouTube. Comment below and let me know, how is your YouTube channel going? Are you enjoying it? What do you find frustrating about it? Let me know in the comments below, because I'd like to help you, and I'd also like to know what would you like me to explain in the next video. That helps me to help you and to understand what challenges you are facing. So, now you may think, okay, Kesh, you sound pretty natural on camera. Believe me, by the way, I'm using my phone. I've always used my phone. I initially sounded really robotic. I just couldn't relax and be myself. When I used to edit the videos and watch it, I used to think, that's not me. Where's my personality? So if you feel like you sound robotic, trust me, I've been there. How did I, and I'm still overcoming, so I can't even say how did I overcome it. I'm in the process of overcoming the robotic tone. It's practice. You see, when you have quantity of videos and you start publishing more, you are practicing. When you are sitting in front of your camera or your phone and you're chatting, it's like you're chatting to one person. Think you're chatting to a friend. It calms you down. If I think, oh, hundreds of people are going to watch that, this video, this is going to freak me out. It's going to make me feel super nervous. But when I think, okay, one person is watching, I can handle that. So in time, I began to feel more comfortable. I wasn't so, particular about, oh, I have to look a certain way. Oh, is this going to really resonate with people? And I didn't think, oh, I have to have this perfect video. And I stopped scrutinizing every single aspect of my video, from what I'm going to say to how I'm going to edit. I just said, let me be in the flow. Let me enjoy the process. And yes, sometimes it's going to feel crappy. Sometimes things aren't going to go my way. But hey, it's part of the process. So I want you to know that when you watch other big YouTubers and you think, oh, they are so confident, I can't be that way. I'm not confident. I can't excel at being on camera and talking. I just can't do it. Let me tell you that the limitations that we place on ourselves is what stops us from moving forward, not just on YouTube, but in life in general. Replace those limitations with I can. Replace those limitations with I'm going to publish videos. I'm going to try to publish once a week. And I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to try my best and learn from it. And I'm going to watch my videos back and see where I can improve. And if you feel like YouTube is, the audience, the comments, that you'll only get haters, no. Yes, maybe one or two people will post or comment and say something awful, but my experience, people are so kind on YouTube in the comment section. They are just so wonderful. And I really, really appreciate that. I read the comments here and I'm thankful that this community that we are building together is such a positive, uplifting community. So don't be afraid of haters. And you know what? If they sent you a terrible comment, you can just delete it. You don't have to let that linger in your mind, because you protect your peace. So if you feel like, you want to start YouTube, or you've started YouTube, but it's just not working for you, give it more time, but also learn where you can actually improve. Can you improve your title? Can you improve your thumbnail? Can you improve your hook? Can you improve your storytelling and your delivery, right? Focus on those 5 things and see if that makes an improvement, because I think it will. I really think that it will. And if you feel like, I don't want to show my face, I don't feel confident, I created a video about that, so go ahead and watch that next. And have a fantastic week. Remember, YouTube is only one part of your life, and life is beautiful. So enjoy it.